Hi everyone, this is Trish. If you're in the library regularly, you probably see me staffing the circulation desk at the front. And I told Anne I'd step in and give a couple book reviews of my own for a change of pace. So I have three recommendations for you. The first one is The End of Men by Christina Sweeney-Baird. This is technically listed as a sci-fi book, but the author wrote it pre-COVID and it didn't even really feel all that sci-fi to me. Maybe a little bit more of a thriller. But the premise is basically set in the year 2025 in Scotland. A mysterious virus breaks out. And it starts off from different points of view. We start off with the point of view of the doctor who treats patient zero. And the story kind of unfolds from that point on through figuring out what's causing it, figuring out how to treat it, and the aftermath. But what we find out is that it is a virus that women are carriers, but men are the ones that are infected, hence the End of Men title. Not all men are affected, some are immune, but it changes the fabric of our community globally. And so the book looks at what does that mean, and kind of an exploration of gender, looking at how things get rebuilt. How do we figure out how to move forward in terms of our different countries doing different things in terms of fertility? What does dating look like? What does the workforce look like when you have professions that are primarily have been men that are now lacking workers? And so I found all of that just really interesting, and I think this would be a great book club read because there'd be a lot to discuss. So my second book recommendation is The Guncle by Rowley. And I'm just going to say this is his third book. I've read all of them. I'm a huge fan. So I was going to read this no matter what, but it did not disappoint. And basically, the Gunkle is a once famous sitcom actor who finds himself, after the death of his sister-in-law, who's also a very dear friend of his, taking on his niece and nephew and caring for them for the summer, which is something he feels very ill-equipped to do, as he barely manages to take care of himself. And one of the things I love about Stephen Rowley's books is that he kind of walks that line between grief and humor, where there's both and how they intermingle. And as someone who has walked that path in my own life, I appreciate someone who does that well. So it's just a great book. The characters are wonderful. You will root for them. It's funny. It's heartfelt. And if you enjoy it, I definitely recommend his other books as well. They're all very good. And then my last recommendation is The Music of Bees by Eileen, Garvin. If you're looking for a feel-good read right now, I know I'm kind of tending to lean towards more uplifting, lighter reads right now. This is a good book for that. It's basically about three different people. They're all going through their own set of issues, and their lives collide in unexpected ways, and how they benefit from that intersection. There's a lot of themes of friendship, starting over, things like that. And then also, I love a book that is a good story, but I also learned from, and one of the main characters is an amateur beekeeper. And so there's a lot that I learned about honeybees and how to be a beekeeper, which I enjoyed as well. So hope you check these out and keep reading. Thank you.